people obey. I don't care. It's quite a rough ride, just like life. But I'm kinda patient, 'cause only time will tell. It's gonna go up, so you better stay calm. Grow your coins, you gotta grow your coins. Grow your coins, grow your coins. Grow your coins, you gotta grow your coins. Grow your coins, grow your coins. Grow your coins, you gotta grow your coins. Grow your coins, grow your coins.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome. Happy Valentine's Day to you and yours. And if you don't have a happy Valentine's, well, I'm sure you'll find one soon enough. Because it's the season. It's the season. There are a lot of folks that unfortunately don't have anyone to I don't know, eat chocolates with and get fat. It is what it is. Maybe you're better off. I haven't had any chocolate yet today, but my wife did give me like this carrot cake thing that was amazing. Stupid holiday. Oh yeah. Hey, it is what it is. I've been grinding. I've been working. I'm building something that's so freaking cool. You're not going to believe it. I got my first subscriber to crowscore.com, and I'm super grateful because I'm going to show you something that I've been building. And I'm going to ask you this question as a preface to this. If the top 50 blockchains were real human beings, how would they fare in the real world based off of their performance as a blockchain? Think about that for a minute, because I'm building something that has been making me giddy. I've been grinding on this for days now. I'm going to give you a sneak peek at what it is. It's not done yet. I'm running 100 ticks as a test to see if there are any bugs or flaws in the simulation. But I'm going to show you what's happening, and it may blow your mind. And then at some point, when I do a full expose on what I've built and I make it available to everyone to sit and watch, I'm going to offer a way to let other people recreate it in their own way. I'm probably going to sell it though. I have to. I got to make money, and I've been grinding on this thing. But it's going to be right now. The design document for it's about 30 pages, but you'll be able to throw it right into a platform, and it'll guide you through setting it up. So, I'm anxious to show you that. But we're going to announce the winner of the free website today from my web development company, Dirty Leopard. We had about 53 signups. And we're going to do this in a minute. We're going to cover some of the price action a little bit. But we're going to do this giveaway. I'm going to let everybody have time to get the notifications and things. I mean, it's Valentine's Day. I'm not expecting a whole lot. But you never know. I see some of you folks in here. But yeah, this. I'm going to announce this in just a few minutes. And the way I'm going to do it is with this. This is a random.org. So what I've done, just so you guys know, is I've got the websites of everyone, and then I'm going to randomize those websites. I wasn't sure if I should do it by name or whatever, but I thought I'll do it by website. And basically what's going to happen is I'm going to click randomize, and it's going to randomize every website that's been submitted. And then it's going to basically reorder the whole list, and the very first website URL in that list, once I've hit that button, is going to be the winner. Okay. I figured that's the fairest way to do it. I did have a lot of people that submitted an SEO audit multiple times for multiple websites, but I removed all duplicates. I had 52, and I think the final list ended up breaking down to 37. So once I got rid of duplicates or people that definitely didn't qualify, or maybe their SEO score was already too high, which I'm cranking my SEO scores on my optimizations are 95 plus. So even though somebody with a 70 didn't qualify to be eligible to win the website, they could still benefit from my services. But it is what it is. We'll see. So let's take a look at what's happening right now, because I posted articles on cryptocrow.io and my Substack recently, basically talking about where we're at in a Wyckoff pattern and whether or not it's going to be this schematic or that schematic, or if we're going to drop down lower. And you can even see down here, scenario B, one more leg down for true capitulation to 55 to 60,000 before accumulation. If the 70K level doesn't hold and the markdown continues, the next major structural support sits at around 55 to 60,000, the middle of the 2024 accumulation range. So we are all the way back to like basically like 2024 before we got that major run up that everybody thought was the beginning of like the big bull run, and it like obviously faked everyone out. A final capitulation flush. I mean, this is for here, so I'll just throw it here. A final capitulation flush there would create the selling climax, the SC, or generally like what would be considered the spring. But it looks like that might have been it. We're still not 100% sure. I want to bring above this area here at 71,500. I'm in a short still on Cardano because I'm not sure I buy this. And the reality of it is, if I'm wrong, I'm only in a 3x long. So if I were to get liquidated, that means that I've done really well on my spot assets anyway. So it is what it is. But if not, and we hit some resistance up here around the $71,000 range, which it is likely, then, you know, my short will be in, or my short will go back and it'll be in play. Now, the other side to this, I don't know where the hell it went. There it is. It's all the way up here. Now, this is the scenario A that it looks like we may be in now. Scenario A, accumulation begins near current levels, 65,000 to 75,000. Since we're back at the breakout level from the prior accumulation, this zone has strong structural significance. If the price stabilizes here over the coming weeks and you begin to see declining volume on sell-offs, tests of the lows that hold, and a narrowing range, that signals accumulation is forming. This would likely take 4 to 8 weeks. So basically to late March to mid-April of 2026 before a spring event and eventual markup attempt. Now, this is based off of where AI ultimately thinks that we are in a potential Wyckoff setup. Now, if we range through here, this is very much like if this area here is in fact the spring, which it could be, but we're going to dive deeper into that in another video. But yeah, if this is the spring, then we are in fact in an accumulation phase, and maybe we range bound here for a little while before we enter what would ultimately either be a reaccumulation. So we have like 2 accumulation phases, which I believe could be potential or could be possible depending on what happens with the infrastructure bill. If we end up hanging yet again, then we could go into another reaccumulation phase. And then what comes after that, it's either going to happen after this as an accumulation phase or in a reaccumulation phase, which will likely each system will probably span 120 days or so. Oh, I don't have it up. I'm definitely going to do a video where I cover every nuance and detail of this. But the next phase, ultimately, one way or another, is either reaccumulation, which means we go up further, but slowly, or this is the accumulation phase, and then either way, we end up in a markup. The markup is the parabolic run that could send us to new highs. And it looks like one way or another, we're heading there this year. So, and there are endless catalysts happening right now that are basically saying that we should be hitting new all-time highs in 2026. But, you know, again, the reality is that because of leverage, price prediction and sentiment ultimately has an adverse reaction with price, because if the sentiment is we're going up, well, what happens? Everybody starts putting their longs in, which basically creates liquidity down below whatever price we're at. So when all of the YouTubers and all of the whales and all of the fund managers and all of these guys are out basically yelling from the rooftops how we're going to, $10,000 Ethereum and $250,000 Bitcoin, Well, then everybody that's leverage trading is placing all of this liquidity below the current price action within those ranges, ultimately setting it up so that the market makers, they just say, no, thank you. We're not going to go up. We're going to go down and collect all this money sitting there waiting for us. Thank you, YouTubers and hedge fund managers and everybody so that's basically what we're dealing with now that we didn't have to deal with in the past. The other side to this, though, is that because we've capitulated. I mean, we're at historical low greed and fear. We haven't had our asses kicked in crypto like this. I don't know if ever. And I do believe that is the, I always like to use the analogy of Roadhouse. That's my Bible in terms of movies, where he says it's going to get worse before it gets better. I think we're in that it's getting worse phase. Like it is worse. So now hopefully it starts to get a little better. But this is my BidFi. I exited a midnight trade at a little bit of a loss because we've been just pumping with midnight. We're currently up about we're getting close to 6 cents again. So I basically took a loss before to take a loss now. So I'm just flopping and groping, as Crypto Face likes to say, just throwing money at the market makers. Just here you go, because every decision I make is wrong. So now I'm just holding off. I'm just chilling. But yeah, you can see we've just been all over the place. And then my Cardano trade right now is currently down $266. But I'm in a 3x long, and my liquidation price is at 36 cents. So if we get back to 36 cents, I'm going to hazard a guess and say, you know what? I've done much better with my spot assets than the grand I lost in this trade. So I'm probably just going to let it ride. I mean, it is what it is. Maybe at that point is where everything reverses. We start crashing back down. That would be my luck. But I'm not really paying that much attention to this. I'm just kind of playing the odds. Now, I'm going to show you guys something. So obviously crowscore.com is launched. We're up to 53 tokens ranked. So we've had another one recently. I've noticed a lot of free accounts are signing up because they want to try and just kind of explore the system. And I've added the strategy vault. I threw one strategy in there so far, but it looks pretty good. I'm going to pull this real quick. I'm going to log in and I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you something cool. All right. Now, and it did publish another weekly recap. This is once a week. You do have access to this on a free account. And this is like I showed you before. Like this is the end all be all of weekly news as it relates to crypto. All right. But I'm going to show you something. I'm so excited about this. I hope you care as much as I do, genuinely, because this is just blowing my mind. All right. I've been using Solana as an example. Just because I do need to fix this. Now that I'm logged in, I need to fix this so that it shows everything. But anyway, so this is Solana. Now, on the Solana profile, you notice all these different metrics, right? This is all broken down into 6 different categories. And then each category has 30 different metrics associated with them. Now, what I've done is I thought to myself, number one, I have all this data related to these blockchains, right? I'm going to start adding more of these full deep dives because I'm just going to do it so that they're there for everybody that signs up. That way you don't have to use a token to do it yourself. But there's so much data about these chains. And I thought to myself, what if the top 50 of the crypto marketplace were real people? And each of these metrics correlated to a human's genetic makeup, whether it was their personality, their attitude, their free-spirited nature, the characteristics that make up a human being. There's a lot of them. And I thought to myself, okay, what's the best way to do this? So then I went into AI and I'm like, okay, here are all these metrics. I want these attributed to a human's genetic makeup and characteristics. Like everything from their strength to heart health, cardio, speed, all this stuff, man. Okay, this is going to get so crazy. All right. So then, and then it started doing it. I'm like, oh man, okay. So I just kept brainstorming. And I thought, I want to see what happens when these 50 blockchains are living as human beings in a real world simulation, and they're all vying to become the king of multiple kingdoms. And then in that mix, I want a couple hundred NPCs, and I have a list of like 130 different job titles in the medieval era. So from king to peasant and everything in between, from like assassin, thief, lord, like you name it. And so basically, I'm going to give you a sneak peek of this, okay? Because it's not done yet. I'm running a 100-tick test. But this is a bug that I already fixed, but I can't stop the simulation. This is Chain Kingdoms. In Chain Kingdoms, every one of these blockchains is represented as a human being, okay? And yes, they're all naked because it's, this is like the start of mankind. And here's Cardano, okay? He's an old man. When I go to his profile, you're going to see not much has changed yet, but you're going to see inventory, skills, his activity log, different debuffs, depending on information. I'm going to explain where this all comes from. He's currently wandering the world. He has no kingdom affiliation yet. His current action is he's trying to recruit followers. This is what he's trying to do. I'm on tick 93. This is very, I'm almost done. I'm running a 100-tick test. You're going to see his reputation, fear, trust, generosity, competence, mercy, RPG stats from power level, vitality, constitution, charisma, agility, intelligence. And there's even more on the back end of this that isn't necessarily viewable in the public. And these are all going to change. Well, how are they going to change, you might say? Well, one, they're going to change based off of what they do in the world, okay? And this is preliminary as well. This is the world map. But in this world map, when I've got this all completely done, you're going to see the avatars and the NPCs. These are the NPCs. All these NPCs have a different job or occupation: woodcutter, farmer, apothecary, a mason, bard, okay? And they're all currently alive. And so basically what's going to happen is you've got the top 10 power rankings. So this is all going to be dependent on everything they do in the world, okay? There isn't much in Chronicle yet because this is all based around who forms a kingdom first and all of that. Right now, the overall idea is every 30 minutes or so, the on-chain statistics that are being pulled from crowscore.com are being fed into the avatars on Chain Kingdoms, and that the way the block on-chain data changes, whether their transactions per second, their trade volume, the market cap, all of the different elements associated with each of these blockchains is going to fuel the avatar in this 24/7 living simulation. And on top of that, there are pages of things that they can decide to do in this real world simulation. They're going to farm, they're going to hunt, they're going to build tools, they're going to craft things that are going to help them in their overall goal. But their overall, and you like how I made Solana? Solana's on steroids. He's cheating a little bit. I did that on purpose because I thought it was funny. But I'm going to leave it at that for now. This is so much deeper than I can really point out in a quick video because I don't want this to be super long. But ultimately, I am working things out where there is diplomacy. There's so much stuff that's going to be happening, and you're going to be able to watch it all unfold in real time. And you're going to see how the blockchains themselves change on chain and everything related to all of it, how it's going to affect them in a real world where each of those different metrics represents a part of a human being's characteristics, and how they use those characteristics to generate fame, trust, whatever they do, gain followers, build an army. They're going to build armies in this world, and then those armies are going to fight because they're going to be Like you can see right now, it just shows Bitcoin has established the settlement. I already fixed this. Once you establish the settlement, that's it. But they're going to create settlements and do more and more and grow these settlements, take over territories within the world, and then they're going to fight for that territory. Ultimately, their definitive goal is to reign supreme as the king of 10 kingdoms. There are going to be 10 individual kingdoms that they're going to place and build and do whatever within the world, and then they're going to be fighting over them because only one can reign supreme over all of them, and that's ultimately their motivation. Let me know in the chat if you guys think this is cool so far, honestly, because I'm putting so much time into this because I think this is sick, and I want to grow this. Once the first realm is completed, I'm going to be adding things, and I want to make this as realistic as possible. And then at some point, if this catches on, this is Cardano. So this isn't about like creators. This is about the chains themselves. And when I created the artwork, I did it all very randomly. It's not like the top 10, I think I picked like, I'm going to make Cardano the old guy because like he's cool. He's more of a purist. Look at his eyes. He looks very peaceful and humble. And then, Solana's this asshole who's obviously juicing. It's like, that's just how I look at the blockchain. Like everything is kind of not real. If you ever rolled or wrestled or done anything with somebody on steroids, they look really strong, but they're really not as strong as they look. So it's like, yeah, just different things. Bitcoin, just exists, just there. So anyway, that's what I'm building right now. And I seriously do hope, I seriously hope that this is something that really gets viral and people start paying attention, because once this is dialed in and, once we get to a point where we're at like 1,000 ticks, because every tick right now we're at 101. Every tick is, I think, an hour in the simulated world. And in that hour, there could be thousands of things happening at the same time. Every tick, boom, boom, boom. So my hope is that it becomes a thing where people are placing like poly market bets on what they think this, change, like what's Bitcoin going to do? Is Tether going to grow? Like, I don't know, just different things. There are going to be so many events. So anyway, that's a sneak peek. And let's get to the winner of the Valentine's Day. dirtyleopard.com, free website. Who am I working for free? Here's the list. We're going to randomize this, and the URL that comes up as the first in this randomized list is going to be the winner of a free website up to $5,000 by yours truly and dirtyleopard.com. Are you guys ready? Let's see who is the winner. No, I have not done the winner. I've been holding off on you. I've been holding off because I want to get everything out that I wanted to show off a little today because I'm quite proud of it. All right, without further ado, I hope this takes a second. I don't want it to be like an instant, like bam, it's done. But something tells me it's what it's going to be. Here we go. Randomized. Avatar Consulting. AI Avatar Consulting is the winner of the free website. Let me look at my other sheet here. Who is Avatar Consulting? Elias is one of the people that had a lot of multiples in here as well. But I've got your contact information, and looking at your overall score of 30, I would say you are in desperate need of my help. So you have won. Elias, you have won, and I'm going to hazard a guess that you're a fairly regular on here. So I'm going to hazard a guess that you really need my services, and so you're going to get that. Judge, are you? Oh, is that you? Elias is you? Oh, well, congratulations, brother. I'll be reaching out soon, and we'll get started on rebuilding you a really solid website that you can show off to the world and tell everybody that dirtyleopard.com built you a badass website. Yeah, this is a real thing. This is going to be a real website. It's going to be sick as hell. You're going to be very glad you have it. And yeah, I'll be able to, I'll add it to my projects here with, case study and everything else. And we're going to get you squared away. So happy Valentine's Day. I hope that when this is all said and done, it helps you in your business. I feel good to do this. Like, it feels good, right? It's like, it's cool. And the fact that you're here in chat, yeah, that makes me feel good. I dig it. So that is that, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I've been doing. That's what I'm doing. And my wife and I have a great dinner planned tonight, and it's our favorite restaurant. And so yeah, folks, whether you're happy for you to show off what you build as well. Yeah, I think it's going to be a good thing. I think it'll be fun. So I'll be reaching out. Make sure you watch your email, and everyone else that entered, make sure you check your emails, because I'm going to be hitting you up to try and sell you a website. Okay. So until next time, crow your coins. Thank you so much for joining me. Happy Valentine's Day. I hope you're happy no matter where you are in the world and what's going on in your life. And just know this, and I mean this wholeheartedly, just stay strong. It will get better. Just stay strong. It will get better. Until next time, crow your coins, and I'll see you soon.
If it's bull or bear, I don't care. It's quite a rough ride, just like life. But I'm kind of patient, 'cause only time will tell. It's gonna go up, so you better stay calm.